Antawn, you're here running your camp this summer. Why come back to Chapel Hill to do a camp, and what's it like for you to be out there on the Smith Center floor?
I think the most important thing for me is so many great memories. You know, this is where I went to college. This is where a lot of people can relate and have great fond memories of myself. And you know, I'm from North Carolina. This is home. So we thought about doing it a couple years ago, but you know, the most important thing is getting established. You know, we see results. We see kids come back year after year. So we finally came to the conclusion, if we had that opportunity to come here, let's make it happen. And the people here have been receptive of that. And I mean, it's just great for me. You know, I got two boys of my own who are here at camp, and for them to see what Daddy, you know, played college basketball and see the number retired up in the rafters is cool. But not only for the fans and for the parents, but for me, you know, this is it. You know, to get the opportunity to play with the current team and to hang out with those guys, I just thought it was a no-brainer to come back here and bring my love and for the game, and pretty much come back to my other family, which is the Carolina family, and bring my camp here as well.
What memories come to your mind first when you walk out of that tunnel and see all the blue?
Coach Smith. I mean, to take a kid who was leaving home for the first time, didn't know what was going on, didn't know what to expect, and for him to transform this kid into a grown young man, to understand what's important in life. It seems like every time I run through that tunnel and come out on the court, just the impact he had, not only on my life and my career, but others as well. It's the one thing that always stands out, that this one guy has influenced so many.
You came from such a strong family background. What appealed to your parents so much about Coach Smith that made them feel like this was someone they could trust you with during your college career?
It's easy. I mean, we got recruited from just about anybody. You know, coaches promise you come here, you'll start. You know, you come here, we'll try to make it, you know, to the NBA. Coach Smith said, I don't know if you'll start. I don't know if you'll make it to the NBA. There's two things I promise you. One, you're gonna get an education. You know, when you come here, you're a student athlete first. And the second thing, you're gonna become a better man than what you were before you came through this program. You know, he told my mom and dad that this is it. So I mean, as parents, you understand the importance of that as well, but he didn't care about just the athlete. It was about you as a human being, you as a man, really giving you the tools to be able to succeed after college. And that was one of the selling points, or not selling points, but pretty much who he was, and he was true to that. And they pretty much sold my parents after that.
On the basketball court, obviously, he's a Hall of Fame basketball coach. He knows the game. You played in one of the greatest comebacks in the Smith Center history, your sophomore year against NC State. How did Coach Smith go about engineering comebacks like that?
He never got too up when things were going great. He never got down whatsoever when it didn't look good at all. I can recall that game. I mean, you had sophomores, freshmen. I mean, we was like, man, but he was always positive. Guys, we're gonna win it, you know. And to hear this coach, he wasn't just saying it. I mean, he knew it. You know, he'd draw something up at work. He was like, look, slowly but surely. You know, is there a certain number? By the next halftime, we need to have it at here. And it seemed as the time went off and the closer we got to the end of the second half, I mean, we was right in line. He never allowed us to have our heads down. He was always there, positive. He let you know when you need to improve or you didn't show effort. But that was the one special thing about Coach Smith, is that he always believed in us as a team. The things we worked on in practice, eventually it will come out in the game. Execution, you know, being a great teammate. You know, those are philosophies that have made this whole university successful. Philosophy has made, you know, myself and what I do at home successful.
As you look back with the benefit of some hindsight, What was so special about the relationship between you and Vince and Adamola?
Oh man, they're my brothers. I seen Okulaja last week in Vegas for Summer League, and the thing about that is when we get together, it's been 17, 18 years ago, we still act like freshmen that first walked through them doors in 1995. Vince and myself have daughters the same age. They're cousins. I mean, we do family trips together. If something happens in my life, he's there, vice versa with him. Okulaja the same way. I mean, we are truly brothers that didn't become brothers until our freshman year in college.
What do you think it is about Carolina basketball that seems to create those types of relationships?
Coach Smith, he always preached family first. You have your family that you came from before you came here, but once you here and you put on that North Carolina, we are all family. We take care of family. We're always there for family. I recall when I left here, him and Coach Guthridge, they still called my parents to check up on them. They called my little brother to make sure he was doing fine in college. So those are the examples that you see in very important times of your lives.
You've been around a lot of players and coaches in the NBA. What do outsiders say to you or Carolina guys about Carolina? What do they want to know, and what do they say?
They're jealous. They see it. I mean, we can be me and Bob McAdoo. I'm playing Miami, and they see us talking, and everybody like, oh man, there y'all go with that Carolina stuff. They know it. Coach Smith did a great job. If you come through these doors, and like I said, put on that North Carolina jersey, you take care of family, no matter where I go. I'm in LA, Rick Fox, same thing. So people always want to know, what is it about Carolina basketball? Other universities, other organizations, I mean, they, how do we get that family feeling, that always taking care of your own? And it's just the power of one man who set the foundation. Other coaches who came to Carolina and coached as assistants, went on to the other universities, they empower the same thing, but they're definitely envy of the Carolina family, the Carolina connection, and so forth.
If you were coming along right now, there's a good chance you might be a one-and-done guy. How do you think the years you spent in college prepared you to have the career you had?
If I didn't spend the 3 years I had at the university, my life definitely would be different. The one thing that made it such a smooth transition, we ran our practices, itineraries. I mean, everything is pretty much geared to a professional level. 15 minutes early, you're still late. Be prepared when it comes to practice. I mean, film sessions. I mean, I watch more film now. I watch more film in college than I did with any professional team. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when I got to the NBA, I was like, oh, we do that. I've already done that. And it was such a smooth transition. Of course, the game is different, but for me, the importance was I was here for 3 years. I went to summer school every semester. I put myself in a great situation to get my education, but to also put in the work, put in the effort to be able to put myself in a situation where I can accomplish my dreams, which was to make it to the NBA. But being here and having this as my foundation, it was a smooth transition, other than being away from mom and dad and not having nobody to cook for me. But it was smooth.
When Coach Smith retired, you knew you'd be playing for Coach Guthridge. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of people knew that much about Coach Guthridge. Yeah. What did you know that made you comfortable that this is all going to be just fine?
Coach Guthridge is pretty much the same guy as Coach Smith, as far as not letting anybody know what he means to this university. I mean, he spoke just as much as Coach Smith. He conducted most of the practices as well. During timeouts, he has just as much as an impact as Coach Smith did. That was Coach Smith, right-hand man. I mean, the information he had was unbelievable. So it was devastating and surprising when Coach Smith announced his retirement. But that's one thing I respect about Dick Baddour when he's like, there's no changes. Coach Guthridge is the man. We're going to stick with Coach Guthridge. And, we took off like nothing changed whatsoever. Other than, Coach Smith announcing it so close to the season, it kind of threw us off a little bit. But we had all the trust in Coach Guthridge, and he believed in us, and he conducted himself. He didn't try to become a Coach Smith, or he didn't try to become somebody he wasn't. He was still the same guy, the disciplinary guy. I mean, he was there for first and foremost. So definitely a smooth transition. No doubts in our mind we was going to be able to be successful.
What do you want the next chapter to be for Antawn Jamison?
The next chapter for me is, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been blessed to have so many positive people come into my life. And the next chapter for me is to continue that legacy, to have a great impact on other people's lives, whether it's coaching or being able to talk to players. But most important for me is family. I have 4 kids, and that's the most important thing, is to make sure that I'm the best father that I can possibly be. And it's like I said, I'm blessed because life is so simple for me right now. Basketball, if I play another year, God willing, I've been blessed. But if not, my only responsibility is to be a great father. And I'm looking forward to that next chapter in my life as well.